Hey everybody, thank you very much for joining. Today's lesson is over Horn, one of my favorite classic Phish songs. There's a lot to unpack with the solo of this song. I think it's a really great song for soloing practice and just lead guitar practice. It's just awesome. It's an awesome composition. It's not super difficult, especially once you get parts of it down, because a lot of it is repetitive, just all along the fretboard. It's, again, one of my favorites. I hope you all enjoy it as well. As always, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. And let's hop in. Alright, so Horn starts with the classic riff here. So starting here on the A string, hitting that open A. So we're doing the open A, hammering onto the 10th and the 12th. Then hitting the open D string, then coming back to the 12th fret on the A, sliding into the 14th, then hitting the 12th on the E, and then open. So the same note, but just lower, obviously, into a bar D chord. So you play that 4 times by yourself with the guitar, then the band comes in if you're playing with the band. And then you start singing the Whine Whine car horn over that riff as well. Then the chord for the song, relatively straightforward. I usually play bar chords for this one. So we have a E, a G, D, F, to a C, to a G flat, to an E, and back to Earth. And you go to again, so E, G, A minor, E, and that leads us into so let's just start there and kind of break that down. So we're starting here on the 12th fret on the B string. You're going to hit your 12th. I like to kind of a little hammer onto the 15th, back to the 12th here. Then a 12th on the E, back to the 15th, back to the 12th there. So that piece there. So we're on the 14th fret of the G, go to the 12th of the B, 14th of the D, 14th of the G, to the 12th there. there, we're going to go back to the 14th fret here on the G. I'm sorry, on the D. 12th to the G. Right, sorry, let me start that part over real quick. Okay. So now we start here. So on the 14th of the G, or 14th of the D, to the 12th of the G, 14, 12, 14. Then we're going to the 12th of the B, back 12th of the G, 14th of the D, and back to the G string, 14, 12, and then we go to the 14, 12 on the D. Alright, now that's the whole first section, so let's go through that again. So almost through the entire first pass here. All right, so all we did there. So we were going on the A string here. So we're hitting that 13th fret there, and you're hitting that relatively quickly. It's a so again, that's 13th fret on the A to the 12th on the D, 15th on the D, 14th on the G, 13th on the B, back to the 14th on the G, and then that part goes all over again. And now we go back to the first part. So the whole first part, we're going to do that part twice here. Part. So once you get through that once you play that first part twice, so instead of going back here, now we're moving up to the 11th fret on that B, and then we're doing the same thing. Well, it sounds kind of the same. Sorry. Okay, so there we're just on 11th fret of that B to the 8th, and kind of do that hammer on pull off. 8th fret of the E, 11th on the B, 8th fret of the B. Sorry. Then we're going to the 10th of the G, 8th of the B, 10th of the D, 10th of the G, and 8th of the G. There, we actually move up again. Now we're going to the 4th fret of the B. And now we're going to pretty much go through the exact same thing we did down here. We're just doing it up here on starting here on the 4th fret. So you get that 4th fret, 7th fret, 4th fret on the B here, 4th fret of the E, back to that 7, 4. Now we're on on the 6th fret here of the G. Back to that 4. 6 on the D. 6 of the G. 4th of the G. So again, it's identical to what we played down here. We're just playing it up here. All right, this is where it changes a little bit. Okay, so again, that's 5 on the A, 4th of the D, 7th of the D, 6 on the G, 5 on the B, 6 back, 6 on the G, back to the 5 here, and then on the E string, 4, 5, 7, 7, 4, 5 on the B, into the 6th on the E, and then you're going to slide from the 8th to the 9 on the B. Sorry. So all we did there, once you do that first slide from the 8 to the 9, you hit the 9, 7th fret on the E, and you're going to go back to the 9th on the B, slide to the 11th, hit the 9 on the E, and slide from the 11th to the 12th. Okay, so let me go through that part one more time. I'll start here. And then from here, we're going to go into So we've gone through a lot here, so let's go back to the beginning part here and walk all the way through it here. Alright, so I went through the whole thing, but sorry. So where we initially stopped, so after we go through this little walk down, again we're doing the same thing, we're just at a different octave now. So starting on the 18th fret here on the B, so now you're going to that 15 here, 15 on the E, And again, that's the exact same thing we did here. And really, as you play it, you can play it wherever you want to, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway. So after you, so you end here on the 15th here on the, why can't I think of what this is? On the G. And then from there, which is really cool, it's so pretty. So that we start here on the 8th fret of the B, hammer onto the 10th, then the 11th, back to the 10th, to the 8th, then we go to the 6th, do the same thing. So. That's also super pretty there. So on the 5th fret here on the G, 6th fret of the B, 5th fret of the B. Then we go back into our back to that same riff that we've been doing a lot here. And for whatever reason, this last little piece here, it's easy to play, but it's very hard if I play it super slow and try to talk through it as what I'm playing. So I'm just going to play it through a couple more times, and I've got the tab up there, so hopefully that helps. But yeah, this one I'm having a very tough time trying to talk through this one and play it. So. Whew. All right, I think we made it. That is the end of the solo. That goes back into the riff again. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I swear it's harder to explain and teach than it is to actually play it. So I hope this has helped at least enough to get you going on it. Please leave me feedback, comments below, and we'll see you again soon.